the Sefer Torah. We're eating candy. Dancing the Sefer Torah to the shul. Memory of Bubba.
Hi, Kobe.
My foot.
Go dance.
thank everybody for coming and spending your afternoon with us here to this great occasion. Actually, Rabbi Krogan called me up to speak, and now I'm about to call up the Rav of our shul, Rabbi Krogan, to say a few words.
To Reb Neil, to the entire Cohen family, to this entire Kehillah HaKadosha. Today's dedication of the Sefer Torah is missing the guest of honor, the person for whom this Sefer is dedicated, Mrs. Gloria Cohen, Aleha Shalom, Glickel Chana Bas Reb Chaim. I can only imagine how much nachas Gloria would have this day, seeing her husband, her children, and her grandchildren all dancing around the Sefer Torah that she spent her life upholding, strengthening, and instilling within her home and her family. Hashem had to tell Moshe to offer the Torah first to the women, and then only afterwards to the men. He was explaining to Moshe that in this partnership, that husband and wife, that man and woman will have in the construction of the Jewish home, it is the wife's role that is more eminently vital. Not even for a second can the man begin the project of exerting efforts at procuring the necessary ingredients, whether it's financial and prosaic or spiritual and lofty, for the building of a Jewish home, unless his wife is immediately ready to receive those materials and build the foundation and an entire structure for her family. Therefore, you must make sure that the women are engaged and committed and ready to build, even before you instruct the husbands to work towards that construction project. And so to our dear friend Neil, your wife Gloria was truly a builder. She viewed her entire life as living for her family, for her children, her grandchildren, and for her community. She was real. She was always there to give to others and offer a kind word or act of chesed. And she had so much life still left in her when she left this world. She would tell people, I'm not ready yet, I'm not ready to go, because she had so much to live for. And therefore she viewed her project, her role as the builder, as ongoing, never completed, as long as there was one more day to contribute to her children's and grandchildren's lives, one more brick to lay on that structure, one more fixture to add to the beautiful edifice that the two of you built together during your wonderful partnership together. And this Sefer Torah that you have dedicated in her memory, Neil, may it act as a symbol of those lifelong efforts to which Gloria devoted her entire life. The Torah, that it should pass through her loving handiwork over to her children and all of her future descendants. This is what this Sefer Torah ceremony represents today. May we all remember Gloria when we see her Torah in the Aron, when we read from it, when we learn from it, and when we see all of her children and grandchildren living her Torah. Tehi nishmas tzurura b'tzur Chaim, and as well Mazel Tov on the dedication of your Sefer Torah.
Thank you, Rabbi Krogan. Now I'd like to call upon the Rosh Kollel of Kollel or Yosef Thornhill Community Kollel, Rabbi Shana.
What a wonderful and beautiful Sefer Torah dedication. Aleha Shalom, Gloria. She was an Isha Ne'ima, a sweet lady. Yocheh Dachinoyim, an Isha Chashuva, a noble lady. Till the very last moments. She was a Kiddush Hashem from the beginning to the end. She wrote the Sefer Torah. And that's who I am. What she did, her way of mannerism, her life, her total dedication, Lashon Hara, Tznius, her nobility remains. And her children that are following in her way, the beautiful family that she raised, and the grandchildren, that's the Hayom Yom Chamishim Ba'omer. They continue, and the legacy continues on forever, for eternity, like the Sefer Torah itself. Yehi Zechra Baruch.
Thank you, Rabbi Schneider, and I'd like to call upon my father.
Oh, it's hot enough here today. Rabbi Karapkin, Rabbi Shiner, Chashuva Rabbanim, family and friends. Before I say anything, I want to tell you that the whole week we were nervous. You know, it looked like it was going to rain at 80%, 70%, 60%. We proved again that the meteorologists know nothing. What the meteorologists should do before they predict rain is see A, if there's an Israel walk that day, and B, if there's Hachnosas Sefer Torah that day. If there is, 0% range. Firstly, my family and I would like to thank you all for joining us here today on this Victoria Day Yom Tov and giving kavod to the new Torah to be housed in our shul. As well, you are giving kavod to my wife, Glickel Chana bas Reb Chaim v'Chayatzina, and to our children's mother, Aleh Sholem. Gloria, my wife of almost 39 years, passed away at too early an age. She was 61 at the time, and although diagnosed with her disease 12 years prior to that, did all she could to maintain her dignity, care for others, and mostly to not allow her family to be affected by her illness. Our family was always her greatest concern, and in turn, our family made her our top priority. She was selfless in her desire to live as normal a life as possible with little imposition on her husband, children, and grandchildren. Initially, when she was diagnosed at age 49, we spent our days conferring with doctors and gedolim for a refuah. In addition to heeding the advice and protocol of our medical staff, we also heeded the advice of some of the Rabbanim that we consulted, both here and in Eretz Yisrael, as to how to deal with this machla. Paramount among the advice of these Rabbanim was for all of us to increase our chesed activities. These, as well as some other chesed projects in her memory, continue today with the Hachnosa of a new Sefer Torah for use by our shul le'ilui nishmasa. This act, as well as the similar acts of many other people in our community who have done the same for their loved ones, help immortalize the name of a woman who is a true Eishes Chayil, wonderful wife, superlative mother and grandmother, and true friend to many of you who are present here today. As I reflect often about her, I am truly proud of her commitment to mitzvahs, family, and friendship. Her neshama truly deserves to have a place among so many others, housed in a Makom Torah, where the Shechina rests. I cannot complete my remarks without remembering her parents, my in-laws, Chaim and Chayatzina Bluwo, Aleim Hasholem, Holocaust survivors, who instilled in her a foundation of Torah, Avoda, and Gemilas Chasadim, which she exemplified also during her life. I also wish to mention her sister and brother-in-law, Rosalie and Alan Steinfeld, Yibadlu Chaim Tovim Varuchim, and her brother Howard, Yibadlu Chaim Tovim Varuchim, who were instrumental in her life and shared a great amount of our burden. May they and all of our families share our simchas together with all of you here today and all of Klal Yisrael as we wait for the coming of Mashiach Tzidkenu, where we will all learn from this new Torah, as well as all the others in Eretz Yisrael. B'meherav Yameinu, Amen.